Hey guys, welcome to Brony Breakdown on Saberspark.
I'm Paleo.
And I'm ACRacebest.
A to the C best.
A to the C, ACRacebest.
And this is the first Brony Breakdown episode in a while. I think in the last 2 weeks or so. We haven't had one. Yeah, like it's been 2 weeks in a row we haven't had an episode. Because we've been busy getting the documentary ready and going to ACRacebest, which we just got back from. For me, I got back home on Monday, so about 4 days ago.
Yeah,
or 3, or whatever. And it was a great trip. For this episode, we're not going to be doing content or anything like that for the most part. We're just going to take it easy, talk about ACRacebest, about our trip, and sharing memories with our friends. Right, Race?
What?
Oh my God, Race.
No, I was doing my paleo impression.
Oh, okay, good. Spot on.
Yes. Memories and look backs and fallbacks and setbacks.
Big old retrospect.
Retrospects.
Talk about the documentary a bit and its premiere and the aftermath of that. People are like dropping out. No content. I'm out. Leave. ACRacebest. I'm out. Bye. Let me leave. Whatever. Only for the hardcore fans. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to it, guys.
Do you want to go like day by day?
I'm having a hard time remembering.
I am so close to being done filling this out myself. So, Saber, how's your day been today?
It was great. How was yours?
No, I want to hear like everything.
Oh,
I'm so out.
I woke up. Oh, you're still filming the thing out.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for walking away saying entertain people when you're filming that out. Do everything, Race. You got to go AFK for a bit. My day was great. I woke up, got some work done, got some show prep done. By that, I did nothing, and and here we are. Paleo, how was your day?
It was alright. I've been doing some work around the house since I've been gone for a while.
You working on that new den of yours?
New den? What?
I thought you were going to make a new den room.
No.
No? Oh, never mind.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
I must have somebody else. Oops.
No, I've just been cleaning up the upstairs and making it nicer looking.
Cool. Very good. Race, how was your day?
It's been good. Went to class this morning at 9:30. The same class that I missed last week because
you slept in.
Late. Yeah.
I remember you said okay, I can't miss this class no matter what, and then you missed it and you got. I
can't go to Disneyland in the morning because
I can't go.
Then I missed it anyways.
Let's talk about the trip then. Let's talk about ACRacebest. So for those who don't know, ACRacebest was a convention in Anaheim, California that ran from, if I recall...
May 10th to 12th.
That's the one? Wait, yeah, 10th to 12th. So it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
I arrived on the Wednesday prior to the Friday, so I think it was the 8th I arrived. Yeah. And it was great seeing everybody again. A lot of friends were going. Dusty, Screwball, Draft, of course, Paleo and ACRacebest. And it was just nice seeing them. ACRacebest last year was a fantastic convention. It was in the exact same area. Changed their venue, though. They went and moved from the Anaheim Convention Center, which is a huge convention center, which they only rented a spot out for last year. And they moved over to the Marriott Hotel, which was actually a better venue. I was a little bit skeptical at first, thinking, it might be a downgrade, but it went well. They had everything on the same floor, so it's easy to move around. What did you all think about the venue?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty roomy. That's what I was worried about with a hotel venue, because I remember at Talent Gardens, it was kind of cramped because the hallways weren't that big, but the hallways at the Marriott Hotel were actually pretty large.
Well, I don't think the hotel they picked for Talent Gardens, I don't think they were ready for the volume of people they were getting. Like maybe like a small business meeting where people go to the floor and they leave. Could work, but not where you have a bunch of people who are spending their time on the floor 24/7. Because there's that one time where the lobby was just so packed and people couldn't even move, and I was like, maybe this wasn't the best place to have a convention. But no, the ACRacebest venue was great. It was fine.
I really liked it as well. I was kind of also worried since we were transitioning from what was the convention center to the hotel, because I was thinking to myself, okay, they built a convention center here for a reason. Is the hotel next door actually going to have a big enough spot? But then when we got there, like you guys said, I've said multiple times actually, is that once again it felt like they planned, like I thought everything was great as far as the size goes. Yeah, it was wonderful.
It was a smooth convention as far as cons go. There was no drama. There was nothing. It was just a really well done convention.
There was a little bit of drama.
There was.
Yeah, I heard 2 guys got yelled at for horseplaying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're probably a bunch of idiots anyway.
Yeah.
All right, story time. Let's go ahead and just hop into story time. We don't have to go in any kind of order. We'll just let come to mind. So, okay, it was on, I think it was a Sunday night or was it Saturday night?
I think it was Saturday.
Is this the story of horseplay?
Yes.
That was Saturday night.
All right, so on Saturday night, ACRacebest was at the concert, and Paleo and I myself were at our hotel room just recharging our batteries. And then I thought, okay, let's go to the concert floor or whatever. And we went there, and then we went to the other room, the second room, because the main room is where that was where the concert was, of course. The second room was where Michelle Krieber and Amanda were doing their thing. It was mainly Speedy and Stretch, so it was mainly just Michelle and Natalie. I walked into that room, and Monique Krieber is like, "Oh, hey, Saber, Race is looking for you," and I'm like, where'd he go? So I called him on the phone. He's like, "Oh, we just got back to the hotel room." So literally, we switched places. I went to the hotel, to the console with Paleo, and Race went to the hotel room, and then Race finally got back. And when he's walking back, he has his camera out, and he's like, he's walking up to me, and I can see him across the hall, across the room, and I'm like making this angry face, and I'm like, where'd you go? And then for some reason I decided, hey, I'm gonna tackle him. So
I can help with this.
Go ahead, jump in whenever you want.
Because I actually just edited this video a little
bit
ago.
You guys heard you.
Oh yeah. Now the reason you tackled me is because you told me about Monique.
Yeah.
And what they've been trying so hard to get us on a video of theirs, like ever since before Las Vegas has happened. And so we walk into the room, but what happens is they were kind of in the middle of singing, so Saber's like dancing into the room, and I kind of stop and like back up. I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
And then Saber didn't like that.
I was like, what the hell? Where'd my wingman go?
Like no one's there.
Let's take off. I'm like, he just completely pulled out. And then I walked out of the room, and I
PG movie.
This is the PG panel, please. So I decided to attack ACRacebest near the door, and finally I just tackled him, and I'm like pushing him like towards forward. And what's funny is in that room, they can look out the door and see all this fighting going on of us going back and forth, left to right, punching, tackling each other. And Race was like, well, let's go all out. So he gave the camera to his friend, and we started fighting, legit, rah! Tagging each other like we did in that one LPU video. And then one of the bouncers, or hotel bodyguards, whatever,
yeah, he was in front of the separation from that other thing that was going on.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was, okay, so there's another convention or thing going on, some other event that was kind of on the other side of the convention floor, or convention, lobby, where it was some formal event. And it's funny because they're the guards are stationed there to keep the Bronies out. We got to keep these riffraffs away. It's not the opposite where, we never would these formal wearing people go into the Brony convention, but opposite, they might intrude. So he saw us fighting, and he's like, hey, and he runs up to us, and he's a big guy wearing a suit, probably 280 pounds of strength. And he's got a thick beard and everything, and he's Latino descent. And he's like, hey, cut out the horseplay. And I'm like, I'm bending over, because, Brace and I stopped fighting, of course. And I'm, I have my hands on my knees. I'm like, breathing heavily. I'm like, horseplay, because it's a pony convention, right?
There's actually the video on Race's vlog.
You have the video?
Yeah, there's the video.
No way.
Yeah, I love it.
Link it to me on Skype.
Yeah, you got to get to the point. Let me get to the point so we can show it.
Paleo, do you know where it is?
I know it's somewhere in
I think it's the last of day 4.
Yeah, I think it's the last one of day 4.
Oh no, it's in day 4, part 4.
Yeah, day 4, part 4. That's what it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you could also kind of fill in the rest of the story too, because it didn't just kind of end with your smart remark.
Well, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass. I just kind of did come off as one, I suppose. And what's funny is I said it once, because horseplay, right? He kind of didn't listen. I'm like, I want him to hear me. I said, because it's a pony convention, right? And he kind of looked at me. He kind of shook his head like, oh, I'm fed up here with this stuff. And we started fighting, and then he walked back. And my race goes, we should run across the lobby, like doing like a horse trot or something. And I started doing that, and then I stopped immediately because race wasn't doing it either. So I'm like, there goes my wingman. I don't want to do this on my own. But it was just enough to where the bodyguard could see me doing it, giving him the stupid stare like, and then I felt bad afterwards because I'm like, here's a guy doing his job. I'm a lifeguard. There are kids who did the exact same thing to me where they antagonized me, and his job's not easy. So when we're on our way out of the lobby to head back to the hotel, I walked up to him and I said, listen, I'm sorry if you came across as jerks. Didn't mean to. I'm a lifeguard myself, so I know that the authority position is you're just doing your job. So I just wanted to say thank you for doing a good job, and sorry if I came across as a jerk. And I held my hand out. He didn't even shake it at first. He just gave me a glare. I'm like, I just want to say you're doing a good job, shake my hand. And he finally shook my hand, and he kind of nodded, like, still kind of like, didn't want to acknowledge I was there, but he's like, he's like, okay, thank you. And kind of just wanted me to go away. And Ray said, shook his hand too. You shook his hand, right?
No, I did. I was trying to remember. I'm like, I don't know if I did, but I remember saying, I basically said something along the lines of, like, sorry for making your job harder than it needed to be.
Yeah. We didn't want to give a bad name for pony fans, so we wanted to apologize in case he, has a live journal and starts complaining.
And then you went and uploaded that one video.
We don't want to be angry at us, so we upload the video so we can make fun of him. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, go to 30 seconds in.
All right. Let me go ahead and switch this to scene 2. Oh, hey guys, it's me again. Let me do this for my phone. Scene 4. There you go. That's Fulmer, first off, for those who are curious. Let me go ahead and skip this 30 seconds in. Oh god, here we go. This is going to be funny. We should just keep going back to the vlogs for examples of us getting into trouble.
Oh, you're going to keep me busy.
All right, so here, I'm at 30 seconds. All right, you all ready to watch it?
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go, and I'm going to press play, all right?
All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
How dare you, butthole!
Hey, yeah, I might say bad words, so sorry.
Did you already?
I don't know.
And that guy's about to come over.
He's looking at us, he's like, who are these guys?
See him in the background.
There he is, here comes. Dun, 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 dun.
You said they were a pony convention, right?
Wow, Saber.
And he just
really mature.
He just rolled his eyes. He's like, I've had it. I've had enough of any of this. What has my life become? I'm guarding a bunch of bronies from a formal event. What is this?
Probably like the biggest anti-brony person ever too.
Yeah, he grabbed racist fedora and burned it. Wait, so is there a part we walk up and apologize? Is that still around or no?
I didn't put that in there just because it would have taken a lot more explanation of what was going on.
Oh,
all right.
Did you actually film that?
No, I didn't because again I didn't want it to seem like we're gonna do something stupid.
My little spaghetti ho.
Yeah.
But we apologized. We spoke to him afterwards and said, hey, we're just messing around. That's it.
Dave, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so a certain thing that you filled out a certain little bit ago, and that certain question that sounded Russian.
Yeah.
How long did you make that? Like, was it just a couple lines?
Like 4 sentences.
Okay.
It's a dumb question. I'm like, why?
I was like, there's not even interaction in this.
No, it's dumb. It's a really poor, thing for you to go off of. But whatever. I just linked my name instead. I'm like, you know who I am. I am the mayor.
I just submitted it too.
That's cool.
Now I'm doing emails. Okay, back to the show.
There we go. All right, so back to the show. So yeah, just trying to think of other highlights of the convention. Okay, let's think. So when we got there, you were meeting up with Draft on Tuesday, right?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I met up with Draft and Joe Stevens of Equestrian Inquirer on Wednesday night, and we met up at Downtown Disney.
Are you positive it was Wednesday? No, it wasn't. It was not Wednesday because I got in on Wednesday, and that was the day we went to the Brony Clubhouse.
Tuesday night, I met up.
I told you.
I forgot about the Brony Club.
How could you forget? Oh man, story time. You ready for stories?
Oh man.
So the Brony Clubhouse is a SoCal Brony group, and they're unbelievable compared to other Brony meetup groups because most of them they don't have a home to call their own. They just kind of just wander the streets like zombies. And the Brony Clubhouse is different. They actually have an established location.
Yep.
Quick question, guys. Are we lagging at all? Is there any lag from us? Because I saw a fellow say lag twice. Nope, we're good. All right, sweet. Just making sure. Thank you very much. As I was saying, we
I'm back.
went to the Brony Clubhouse, and it's really cool because it belongs to one of the, so one of the Brony Clubhouse members owns the house, and she's actually a die-hard My Little Pony fan. Been doing this pony stuff way before the Bronies were even a thing. She's got an amazing collection of pony toys from, all over, like G1,
yeah,
G2.
she even had some of the My Pretty Pony toys.
Yeah, she's hardcore, and she's got one of the coolest pony collections I've ever seen. You can tell she's put a lot of heart into it, and it's a small fortune probably. But yeah, the Brony Clubhouse, really awesome people in their group. They're the ones who did some streaming, or not streaming, but recording of panels at the convention. They have their act together, and that's where we all met up at first. That was where we all initially met up. Like ACRacebest, you dropped by, and we all hung out.
We did. Yeah, you know what? I could not believe how how unbelievably just
underwhelming
your response to me arriving was.
I was going to get up and be all excited, but I was tired.
You were tired.
I was jet lagged.
All you did was sit on a plane for a few hours, and you were tired.
Dude, they only gave us one drink.
They only gave you one drink?
Yeah, I only got one soda. And one.
I'm so sorry. If I had known that,
It sucked, because I already went through my 2 sodas and my burger bag once, and then I'm like, hopefully by then they'll have an extra soda can or two.
Oh, God. You're talking about food, and it's just reminded me of what's going to come from the story. I never have hated someone as much as I hate Siri.
There's actually 2 stories from that now.
Yeah.
So we met up at Brony Clubhouse. We had fun. We didn't really eat much there. So we thought, okay, after the Brony Clubhouse meetup group, whatever thingy, we'll go get some In-N-Out, because California is known for its In-N-Out, which is a really cool burger place. Kind of like an upscale version of burger place. So we decided to go so ACRacebest, myself, Paleo, and our friend Screwball, who is, for all you who know, he's Dusty Cat's co-host for Stay Brady, my friends. We were all in the same car that Race was driving, his dumb Corolla, and he decided, let's go drive back to Disney near Anaheim. And he's giving me his phone saying, map it out for me. And I'm like, I don't know how to work this thing. And we take some long road. And around halfway throughout the trip, I said, you know what, screw it, pick up my phone. I'll ask Siri where the closest In-N-Out burger is. So by this time, we're about 5 minutes away from the Brony Clubhouse. And I take my phone out, and it's like In-N-Out, closest is 5 minutes away. So we map it out, and we drive, and all of a sudden, Race is like, hey, it's the same Wiener Schnitzel we saw from before, which was near the Brony Clubhouse house. We all kind of laughed, haha, yeah, it isn't, but whatever, LOL. And then I noticed, wait a second, there's a railroad over there. Oh my God, we went in a giant circle. And then we all just lost it.
I think we need to show the video because the way you lose it is hilarious.
We'll do that.
I lose it too.
We'll keep
because I'm like,
videos.
we're back in the clubhouse.
Back in the clubhouse. All right, you have the link to it? Anybody? Or I'll find it.
I know it's like day one for you, Race.
We'll keep finding it.
It's like
now that I've filled out everything I needed to fill out, I'm on top of it. All right, let's see. By the way, this is kind of random, but if anyone in the chat knows someone in the fandom who goes by the name To the Moon,
yeah, what's it about?
His little sister was not able to make it to the convention because she was actually in the hospital. Oh. And I, did a small little video for her and wanted to send it her way, but I told him to contact me on YouTube, and I haven't heard from him. So, I really am hoping to be able to get that to him, and so she can get it. But yeah, so if anyone knows the guy or has heard of the guy, have him contact me. Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, anything works.
This is a subtle attempt for ACRacebest to plug himself on our show.
And I'm also starting a charity. It's called Shut Saberspark Up.
I'm starting a documentary called The ACRacebest is a Poophead Chronicles. All right,
okay, I found where it's day one, part 2, about 11 minutes in.
11 minutes in? All right, let me find it.
Yeah.
Is it right before we realize where we are?
Yeah.
All right, so let me go ahead and link it.
Yeah, there's
I want to point out that before we got to this point, I said, like, really early on how, hey, watch us drive in a big circle, and we joked about a few minutes.
You did say that. You said it. It's on camera. You said, watch us go in a giant circle. And then, you know what's funny? I remember that. I'm like, I kind of scoffed it. I'm like, yeah, well, it's just a joke. It's all a joke. Because when we left the house, we were already being silly, getting lost in the neighborhood on purpose. Or wait, no, not on purpose. That was supposed to be a thing for YouTube, right? So we got lost in the neighborhood. The curb.
I actually didn't have a clue where I was.
It was a confusing neighborhood. It was like a maze of a neighborhood.
Well, the problem is I'm like a direction kind of guy. I'll even if I know where I'm going, I'll pull out the map function on the phone. And I'm like, no, I think I can make it out. But I forgot that the directions I had were actually not the ones I did because I'd missed a turn when I went to the place. So then I'm leaving, and I'm like, I think I went this. Oh, no. And, yeah, it was bad.
All right, you all ready to watch this?
Yes.
All right. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
How much fun is it? Oh my God! Look, there's a wiener schnitzel that was over there. We're going back to the exact same place. What? It's impossible. We're not. We're good. Okay. We're good. Just wait.
Up ahead, I notice.
Wait! We went back?
My stupid laugh.
Your phone is the dumbest piece of crap I have ever met. What? You know how we almost died getting to where we were?
Yeah, we almost hit a stinking like metal curb or whatever.
Sorry. God.
Yeah,
a lot of people on the
right on what?
like who watch the show can agree that you have an incredibly contagious laugh, Saber.
Yeah, I've been told. Since high school, people have said that, saying I have a very contagious laugh. That was our mix-up, and then we eventually found our way to the In-N-Out. Which is fun because basically if I would have just turned the other direction, I would have been there.
Yeah, we were literally one direction difference from being there 30 minutes prior.
Yep. We got lost. And what's funny is, we're trying to take a turn off the highway. You were like, oh, this is the exit, and we almost hit that metal divider. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die.
And
Simpsons is right. But that was the first night. And then when we got back, we watched the documentary, the little miniature premiere in the room.
That was awesome. Screwball was joining us.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that was That was fun. Like, being able to be there. What also was interesting was it was your first time seeing it, Saber.
Yeah, we, oh, excuse me. Paleo literally just finished uploading it and rendering it out prior to us leaving for the trip, so I haven't seen the completed version of it yet. So that night was the first time I actually got to sit down and watch it, and give it a good watch. Yeah. But then after the screening, after the little miniature screening, we all called it a night and went to bed because the next day would be an adventure.
Yeah. It would.
we were going to one of the happiest places on earth. Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I was going to say SeaWorld.
Oh, you shut up.
You would.
The happiest place on earth. The pet store. The goldfish aisle.
Yeah, this was the day where I was supposed to go to class, and I ended up sleeping through it. And it's funny because I almost had 2 days later the exact same thing happen, where I woke up at like 12.
Well, yeah, you went home with me, so I got to go to bed. And the next day you called me, and you said, say you won't believe this, I slept in, and I missed my class. And I was like, so you could have been spending all that time with us, but you slept in, you son of a... Just show up, get to Disneyland. And he shows up just in time for Space Mountain. And that was the first official ride we all went on as a group. Like, beforehand, we went on, our group before, we went to...
Cars?
Cars?
The first one was...
Pirates.
Pirates, yeah, we went on Pirates first.
Pirates is the first one. It always seems to be the first ride we go on at Disneyland, which is cool because it's a great ride. We went on Pirates, we went on Cars, and then I think we went on another ride, didn't we?
We went on Matterhorn.
Matterhorn,
all right. And then we went to, that's right, then we went to Space Mountain. So, yeah, we met up with Grace there. I really miss Disneyland right now. I wish I can go again. But we met up there, and well...
Oh, we also went on the Finding Nemo ride.
Oh, my God, that ride was hilarious. Race wasn't there for that. All right, guys, I got a little story. So, and maybe Race can let me know if I'm right on this one or not. So, back in the day, when Disneyland was first created, there were a couple of old-school rides that were kind of the original opening attractions. The Tiki Room, for one, Pirates of the Caribbean. The submarine ride was one of those rides. And if I recall in a documentary I was watching, Disney said I took pride because he had 3 renovated submarines. He goes, I'm the commander of my own fleet, whatever. And he bragged about that to some other politicians. I forget who it was, from some other country. He's like, my fleet's bigger than yours. But they renovated the ride as I guess a while back, a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And they changed it to a Finding Nemo ride. What was it before?
It was called Submarine Voyage, and it was based off of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And they had octopus and squid or whatever the heck that thing was. And they had mermaids in there, and they had all sorts of things. But I mean, looking back at it, it probably was a lot cheesier than I remember. But that was seriously one of my favorite rides as a kid. I don't know what it was about that ride, but when I was young enough, that ride was my ride. Well, I guess we had to go on that.
I guess as a kid, you're thinking, I'm actually in a real submarine sitting down.
Okay. The effect they have for when you fall in is these bubbles, right? So it gives the illusion that you're actually falling, getting deeper and deeper. And I remember this lady turns to me one time. I'm probably 6 years old. This lady turns to me, and she's all excited. She's like, wow, isn't that a cool effect that they have the bubbles go up, and it makes you think you're going down? And I just slowly turned to her, and I'm like, no.
But we
what?
are.
And then I'm like, the illusion's ruined. That lady was never seen again.
She drowned. It's an illusion that you're dead. But they changed it from that one ride to Finding Nemo theme. And one thing I have a gripe about that ride is that Disney owns, Finding Nemo. They work with it with Pixar. They, wrote the check, say, right, make this movie, whatever. So you'd think they can get the original voice actors to show up and provide a couple of lines for the ride. Nope, wrong. They couldn't. They had to get a bunch of other people who sound nothing like Ellen DeGeneres or whatever the Marlins voice actor's name was. Instead, they were able to get Sean Connery. So imagine Marlin the clownfish with a Sean Connery voice.
For the record, I've never heard this before, so you guys must have
Wait, have you been on the Finding Nemo ride yet?
Oh yeah, I've been on the Finding. I've never
noticed.
I've never heard what you guys are hearing, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah. I was a little bit disgruntled. I mean, because I like the idea of seeing like 3D, like animatronics and things like that, much more than little like
a screen.
Yeah, I'm not crazy over that. So like, all they're doing is recording the movie. If I wanted to watch Finding Nemo underwater, I would have just gone to my pool and turned my TV into it. But
that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
It's not the same. Oh, the kid's dying. Okay, so Marlon, he talks like this for some reason. Like, I'm a Dory, find my son. I'm a clownfish. There's a part where he sounded extremely like Sean Connery, where after they went through the jellyfish fields, he goes, Dory, at least we survived. And I'm sitting there with Final Draft just losing it. We're just laughing our butts off because Marlon sounds like a flippin' Sean Connery, you know. Have you seen my son? My son, my boy, Sean Connery. Dory, we survived.
Well, yeah, like have you seen my boy?
Have you seen my boy? Junior. Have you seen Junior? At least we survived. But that's what he sounded like. It didn't sound anything like the original voice actor, so I was a little bit disappointed and just riffed on it the entire time. And then the idea that you go into a whale's mouth, like how do you exit out of it? To its anus?
Yeah, in a submarine.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which. Okay, we'll talk about that here in a bit.
That was that night, right?
Yeah, that was that night.
That's the dinner we had after Disneyland?
Yeah, we had to go to Disney.
That was our big post-Disneyland dinner?
Yeah, let's all go to downtown Disney and get a huge Taco Bell. We decided
nachos.
We decided to get Taco Bell. That was a dumb idea. Wait, was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. Okay. Okay, yeah. So on Thursday, other rides we went on. So we went on Space Mountain first with Wing Racing when you showed up. So that was the first ride we went on together as a group. What was the next ride?
Indiana Jones, I think.
Are you sure?
Wait, Space Mountain? After Space Mountain, I believe, was Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because Race was saying that those are the two rides that we have to go on with him. So
yeah,
I think you're right. Space Mountain was fun. I love that ride so much. It's such a good ride.
Yeah.
Good atmosphere, good speed, good little drops. That was a lot of fun.
At one point, Saber was screaming, "ACRacebest, murder my life."
Do you have the footage for that?
Yeah,
I think if we have a visual example for each ride, then I think this would be a much entertaining storytelling session.
Yeah.
So guys, yeah. By the way, I'm not a fan of roller coasters. I'm actually after this trip at the very end, I started really enjoying them. Except for Goofy's dumb ride, we'll talk about it here later. I get really excited on them. Oh no, like Ray said, I have a love-hate relationship where I enjoy that I went on them, but I get really worked up while on the ride. So yeah, I cry, I scream, I shout, and I say bad words. Do you have the censored out version, or do you have the montage you made, or?
I would have to upload that.
You don't have the montage?
I can upload the montage.
Nah, it's all right. I'll just
the Space Mountain one I don't think has any.
I'll just say viewer discretion is advised. Don't worry about it.
It might not.
It's fine.
I think only the California Screaming has.
I think you're right. I think Palio's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and toss it to me then.
Let's find out if we're wrong.
No, seriously. I mean, I think most people who watch this are grown up, and it shouldn't be a shocker. Warren Faust Pop said, "Oh, they use bad language."
Is the B? Oh, my leg's itchy word. Is that a bad word?
My what? Oh, bitch.
Because I know Dusty says you're gonna cry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, good. I think people will
like it's itching. Is he a doctor? While Ray's is looking for that, he recommended that we check out the Indiana Jones ride next, which was closed last time we went to ACRacebest in Disneyland. And I've heard great things about it, and we were able to hit that right up next. But here is okay, here we go. All right, at what part did it happen at?
8:43 is where it starts. I don't know if you want to jump right into the ride, though.
All right, so we'll start around 8:30?
8:43 is where,
8:43 is where they're starting to go up.
Okay, I'm at 8:43 then. You see Dusty's face of death. He's like, "Hey, I'm watching you."
He's not blurry Could you imagine Dusty being a ghost?
Maybe the scariest ghost ever. He just give you the death stare. The 1,000-yard stare. Alright, so this is the video. Y'all ready to watch it?
Yep.
Alright, once again, guys, heads up, discretion. There might be some foul language, but nothing you haven't heard in a PG-13 movie as it is. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. My voice correct?
I've been praying for this. I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you sure? I'm ready.
I like how you're just like, I'm ready.
I'm the condition. I'm ready. He's gonna cry like a little bitch. I'm ready. All right, let's do this, guys.
I miss it. Doing so much right now.
You know, I should go after this one.
What?
I said I should go to Disneyland after this.
Here we go.
I hate you.
We're going to face filter the toilet. I've never seen this tonight, but you might be thinking that we can. All right, my body is ready. All right, you two, let's do this thing. Here we go. This is it. This is it.
I'm getting excited.
Here we go. I can't see anything. Folks, we can't see a thing.
A lot of people, by the way, for those watching, keep noting how Zenki's expression just like doesn't change.
There we go.
I heard that word.
Oh, fine. There it is. There's a few bad words I forgot.
Mary says murder my life.
Good Dusty's demonic face in the background. He's mocking you. I like turned. By the way,
We did it!
yeah, let me find the snapshots on Twitter of me. Like I turned around, look at Dusty. What's funny is when I did, for some reason, like the flash like messed with my brain and my vision. So whenever I was blinded for a couple of seconds, and all I could see was Dusty's face and like in my brain.
I remember you said that, and I was really confused until I saw the picture.
All right, let me find.
Oh, there's a picture that someone made, like where like I have a laser coming out of my mouth, and you have one coming out of your eyes.
What? I don't remember that.
You haven't seen that picture?
No, link it.
Someone put it on Twitter.
By the way, I don't have the picture of the Space Mountain one. Did I not post it? Oh, man, it's on my phone. I'll put it on Twitter later for y'all to see. By the way, sorry about the foul language, but well, whatevs.
Wow. Insensitivity.
But that was a very intense ride. Yeah, we won't be able to show the California Screamer, not until it's censored.
Well, like I said, I can upload the montage that has.
Nah, don't worry about it. You can do it later.
Yeah.
For the show, we got another 40 minutes until we have to close out.
Well, what's good is the Splash Mountain.
We should probably
What?
Splash
we should
Mountain.
probably talk about the documentary career.
We'll do that in 10 minutes, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The Splash Mountain, we'll save that for
then we'll
the
take questions.
Yeah. The Splash Mountain, or we'll do the Splash Mountain at the very end. So, okay.
It's almost rendering.
It's almost there? Sweet.
Well, no, rendering, so I still have to upload it.
All right, so we went to the Indiana Jones ride. That was fun. That was That was
you did really good on that ride.
that was a fun ride.
I'm guessing it's the high speed or the fast turns that get you.
Well, it's very immersive. That's one thing we've talked about this before. Where one thing that I love about Disney, and Race and I we carried a conversation about this, is how they like to immerse you into the ride, into a story. each ride has a story. It's very rare to have a ride without some kind of atmosphere to it. Even the California Screamer, which is just a straight-up roller coaster, they have that 5, 4, 3, you know, welcome to Paradise Pier. It kind of, like, I feel like I'm thrown back into some, like 1950s Californian, like, theme park or whatever, or 1930s or whatever. So even that has atmosphere to it. But when you go into the Indiana Jones ride, when you first walk in, you go into a temple. And it's really cool. And then you get up to the station, they have like a TV telling you about your mission going on, and you get into this car, and they put the latch on your lap, and I'm so glad they put a driver's wheel. That was smart. It's a really simple addition to the ride that makes it feel more real. Like you can say, pump the gas, because Dusty was the one in the driver's seat, and he was sitting next to Screwball, and then I was sitting in the middle, and raced to my right, and I think Pale, were you sitting behind us?
Yeah.
All right, Pale was behind us. I think Giraffe was behind us as well. And it's very immersive. I like the fire. I like the skeletons jumping. I like the snake. I like the speed. I like how it's jerking me around. It's a fun ride.
That ride is like the pinnacle, for me at least, as far as like an engineer goes who wants to work at Disney someday. I look at that ride, and there's so many tricks that they do to make you think you're going faster, to make you think you're taking over. I mean, the ride vehicle itself is so advanced. And when you think about that ride is almost 20 years old.
20 years old?
Crazy. 1995, that ride came out.
No way.
Really?
Yep.
I thought that was like a recent, 5-year-old ride. Damn.
That ride's been around.
Wow. What's the most recent ride at Disneyland?
The most recent ride at Disneyland...
Is that Cars?
Well, Cars Land is very new. Like, in California Adventures, the whole Cars Land area is new. So all those rides kind of, I guess, technically came out at the same time.
What was over there first? Just kind of like closed off area?
Well, yeah. It was, at one point, that whole area was like parking lots and stuff. The whole park, I think, was parking lot. It's funny because I can see people like correcting me right now. But I will say, I think of all things, and I could be wrong here, I think Star Tours is the most, quote, newest ride, because I know they renovated it and changed out the whole story.
Oh, good point with the recent, yeah.
Yeah, and before that, I think it was Finding Nemo.
That Star Wars ride was a blast. No pun intended. Star Tours was always a classic to me when I was a kid going to Disney World. They had that giant AT-AT walker outside of Disney World. You've been to Disney World race, haven't you?
I've been once.
Really? I bet
yeah,
you
what part?
I've only been once, too, when I was like 8.
We lived in Florida, so we went about 4 or 5 times, and I want to go again, but...
Yeah, I want to go back to Disney World to compare, since I'm older now.
Oh, Disney World is so much bigger. It's like Disneyland times like 10.
It's like its own city.
You got to go. Yeah, it is. It legitimately is. It really does fall in that category.
Let's go this weekend.
Let's go right now.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Okay, guys, gotta go. Bye. No, but that's why I don't want to get married or whatever anytime soon. I'm gonna sound so childish for saying this, but I want to treat myself and go on rides. I'm like, screw it, I don't care if I have kids. I'm on the Disney World on my own.
Saber.
What?
What if we get married?
Well, good. Still no kids. We're not adopting. No, going to Disney World Land with you guys is a blast. I think the thing about a theme park like Disneyland or World is you go to with a good group, it's only going to magnify, I think magnify is the proper term to use, the experience to make it that much more fun.
Well, it's fun because, I can speak from experience since I have a pass, and I sometimes actually do go by myself. Everything just enhances. I usually go, and I'm going to throw out kind of a plug here to someone I'd also like to thank, but I usually go to Disneyland with Matt.
Who's the coolest guy ever.
Matt helped me out a lot with these video blogs. At this convention, he helped film quite a bit of it. So whenever you don't see me holding the camera, he's usually the one holding it. He's my Disney buddy.
Matt's a really cool dude. And what's funny is
he's tall.
Yeah, he is tall. We call him Panama Jack.
Panama Matt.
Panama Matt. He's a really accomplished fellow. He's a lawyer, and I'm kind of uneasy about new people joining our group of friends. That's just how I am. Way before Brony stuff even. That's how I always was. With my that closed off friends, like my friend Scott and my friend Carswell. And that's just the way it was for me. I believe having fun in small groups of people who you feel comfortable with, not having like 30 people marching around with you. I'm all about quality, not quantity. So when Matt was introduced, I'm like, okay, he's one of Race's friends. It's cool. He's tagging along. But then we started talking more and more to him, and he had lots of knowledge of the park. He's a very nice guy, always smiling, always being willing. You want to go to this part? You want to go on this ride? He's like, I'm up for anything. And in this, over the course of an hour or two, he was like one of us. Welcome to the group. And he's a really cool dude.
It was cool for me to see that transition. Since I already know the guy.
No, he was fine.
Cool, everything worked out.
Well, it's like it's kind of the caliber of people you hang out with. Like I'm sure my friend Scott, for example, if he was still in the same situation, he probably wouldn't go to a pony convention. But since at Disneyland you wouldn't know we're Bronies unless you asked us or we're wearing a pony shirt. We don't go around.
Oh, by the way,
what?
There's a story about after Splash Mountain or before Splash Mountain, I think, after we getting fast passes.
Oh yeah, we'll tell that story in a bit. All right,
so
yeah, there's the one where we'll tell. All right, so let's close up we'll close up the Thursday trip here. So we went to the Indiana Jones ride. It was fun. We went on other rides like the Haunted Mansion, which is always fun. I got in trouble for that, for putting my hands inside the little pod, and they're like,
he's reaching, grabbing me, and I screamed.
And they're like, sir, put your hands back into the ride. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Hands out of the pants, sir.
Put your pants back on. What otherwise? We went on Haunted Mansion. We went on... Thunder Mountain was closed, so we couldn't go on that. Indiana Jones. What other rides did we go on Magic Kingdom or Fantasyland, and then we were done, right? I think Star Tours, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we went on Star Tours.
Which is just hilarious to me. Because I like how you're in like some kind of like transport ship and you're flying through like a battlefield, and all of a sudden these giant laser beams come out. You're like, now I mean business, and you start blowing up enemy fighters from your Boeing 747. That was great. That was a fun ride. I had a lot of fun with that. People were like, God, those guys in the back, just shut up. But okay, we went to California Adventure. Didn't we split up at California Adventure? Twice.
I'm trying to remember.
I know that I went with Kari-chan to Fantasyland at the end, and then I met you guys after California Screaming.
All right, so after the Screamer, Dusty and a lot of people started going off in their own direction. Like Giraffe wanted to go to the hotel lobby to get his pass and schmooze. So we thought, well, screw it. We'll spend some more time here in California Adventure before calling it a day because this is our one time going to Disneyland. Lol. So we go to Soarin' Over California. I think we went on Cars again, didn't we?
No.
That was the next time. Never mind. Yeah,
well, I know we went on the roller coaster.
Yeah, we went on that before. Yeah,
did you already say that?
Yeah, we went on that before Soarin'. But okay, to move on.
Yeah, Soarin'. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry.
There's so much story to tell. The convention itself. Let's talk about the convention, guys. What did you all think overall? Like the events and the people and stuff like that.
Well, Race, he had his first panel ever.
Yeah, tell us about that, Race.
Yeah, that was exciting. The content creator panel, which both of you were on. I guess you'd call me like the president, king, ruler of the galaxy of that panel. I was the head of that panel. I set it up. Approached you guys saying, "Hey, let's do this," and it was actually really cool because I know we had a couple late entries. I know like Paleo for whatever reason. It showed up on it. I didn't even want them up there. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, we actually had a couple people who weren't able to make it to the convention, and that opened up some spots. And it was like, well, naturally, get Paleo up there. And then Joe Stevens also joined in at the last second, and that was like two awesome additions to our lineup. And I was like, okay, perfect. I like where this is going. Because at first I thought it'd be like a smaller panel, and then it just grew. But we had the right people up there. It was so much fun. My first panel I've ever been a part of, let alone ran. And we had draft kind of keeping things rolling and whatnot. So that was all great. That was fun. And I know that, we had the Friday crowd as, I call it, and we still had I thought a pretty good turnout. So I was really happy with that.
It was a very fun panel. I enjoyed it. Thank you for letting us join you.
Thank you for joining me.
That was a good way to start off officially start the convention, because Thursday was Disneyland, of course. That's always fun, but it's not technically a convention thing. And we went to some other panels because once again for ourselves, we've been to a lot of these conventions. The voice actor panel is a little bit boring to us because we've been there, done that. Most of the fun, actually, for me, is getting to meet people, especially you lovely folk who come out of the woodwork and say, "Hey, I watched your show," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and they're like, "No, I can muscle through it." And you folks, like you all are wonderful. Thank you for coming up and saying hi to me. That makes my day. You have no idea how much of a smile that puts on my face. That to come up and say thank you for what I do means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna also mirror that too. It's like it's so rewarding to have people who, they care enough about what you do to take their time out of their busy schedules to say, "Hey, thank you." It's just, that was amazing. There were some. It was also like for me, there were some, or I should say all of us at one point, younger people there, kids who were coming up. They were just so excited to see us, and I was like, wow. This is what it's all about right here. Yeah,
there's that one story of that little girl. Well, not a little girl, but she looked to be about like a preteen, whatever. Mm-hmm. And what was her name again? Because I know her.
Heather.
Heather. Good job. I forgot.
And her friend was Mindy.
Mindy, you get triple points.
I was just editing that video.
Okay, good. Ooh, yeah, the reason. So she like, oh my god, huge fan of you guys. And after she, said hi to us and we said hi via Skype to her friend who lives in Tennessee, I was like, Grace, it's like we're the boy bands now. Like she probably got a poster of us like in her room. She's like, what dream place? And I'm like the Justin Timberlake of the Brony fandom. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake.
By the way, I've been looking this whole time for this picture, and I finally found it.
What picture?
The one with us on screen. Have you not seen this before?
No.
Wow.
New profile picture though. So guys, here it is. Like shoot lasers. Who did I hit in the background? Who's in the back?
I know it's a taco squirrel.
Who's sitting next to him?
I forget who's sitting next to him.
That's funny. I'm like, dodge! Just like I'm dodging it. That's the picture, by the way, from Space Mountain.
That's how Dusty shaves.
Oh, I am again. I keep pressing the wrong button.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, but I may not say it or look it a lot, but I do appreciate people that come up to me because like I'm the second-hand man to Saber. So.
Oh, don't say that. I hate that so much. Well, I mean, we're partners, and it could have been easily just, if you were the one who's the top 10, you would have easily been in my position. It was just pure luck. But, no, as you were saying, Paley, before I really interrupted.
What?
You were saying?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate people that come up and, like, say that they enjoy what I do.
I think there's that one time where all of us were in that room for the voice actor panel, the second one, where they had that giant ACRacebest secret. And we were near the wall, and people started coming up to us in huge groups and asking for autographs. And I'm like, dang, I feel like a freaking celebrity right now. We're signing things left and right. People are like looking over at us, saying, who are they? Like, you fools, you should know exactly who we are.
Oh yeah, and the one guy from the staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say exactly again?
Yeah.
It came up to all of us because I had my phone out. I was texting Kari-chan to tell her that we were there.
So, for those that don't know, ACRacebest had a surprise for everybody, and they made a massive deal about it, basically saying, don't film, and instead of just saying don't film, it was like, we'll chop off your heads if you film.
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive about it.
So, I'm like, okay, then I won't film, whatever. And at one point, a staff person comes up, and they open it up like this. They're like, hey, we know you guys are well-known and everything, but if we see you filming, we'll kick you out. So I was just like, Okay, like what does that have to do with us being well known? It just like I guess it felt like they were like, hey, you guys may think you're above the law. It's like, but I am above the law.
And then I had to get my phone out and say, look how many subscribers I have. All right, who are you? Just a number. No, then I kicked him in the face and I said, your mother doesn't even love you. And I slapped him.
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome, but you know, it had to be said. It had to be said.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I had to say. No, I'm joking. No, the staff was extremely polite, and it's weird because I joke, of course, about like being well known, but it's an extreme honor to think that wow, people walking up just asking for an autograph. What do I do? What do I do?
What was it that Nicole Oliver said before the panel started?
Oh, Nicole just said, listen, and this is my one complaint about ACRacebest, and it's not really even, you know, that much of their fault, but my one complaint is that at the beginning of the panel, she kind of said, you know, if we see anybody filming, we're just going to get up and leave. And I felt like that we were being held hostage when she said that, because she's like, it wouldn't be the Brony way if we all did.
She said something along the lines of, like, we'll never come to one of these again.
Yeah, you'll never see us again.
Yeah. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. That sounds very aggressive. It sounds very negative, and it's like, okay, well, if one person makes a mistake or somebody who doesn't like the fandom or whatever takes the camera out, then why should the entire group be punished for the actions of one person? So it kind of bugged me. I mean, it went over well. Nobody got, you know, there was no trouble. But
yeah,
still,
it just wasn't worth the threat.
We got up and left. Because I'm like, Star Wars, I don't care. And I left.
Yeah, I just want to hop back real fast. A loyal Twitter follower, Kayla Regan. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, she, I believe it's she, Kayla. I may be assuming. But anyways, the person that you're shooting with your laser's final draft.
This draft?
Yeah, your exploding final draft face.
Excellent.
And I thought that was
very appropriate.
Pointing out.
All right. So, yeah, it was really sweet meeting some people, them telling us their stories of why they do watch our content, and it's very touching. I mean, there's some really touching ones I'm not going to share because they're private, but it's really just, I don't know, it's nice to know that it's not just some random stupid upload, that people actually can turn their day around, and that's extremely fulfilling, and it gives me purpose in my work, and I'm pretty sure same goes for Paleo and Race here.
Definitely. Yeah, there were a couple really deep ones there, and like you said, it kind of reminds you why you do what you do. You know, it's like it's almost, I guess, refreshing just when you get to hear that, like, oh wow, you know, there is that audience out there that really do care about the stuff that we put up, and there's really no greater feeling in the world than that.
Yeah, and it's easy to get jaded, and you keep looking at each person's face as just another face, but then you stop and you have to remember these are individual human beings who have their own lives and their own worries and their own dreams, and the fact that you can make that burden a little bit lighter, or just make them laugh or make them feel better, is just a small victory. In the long run, it can make a huge difference.
Like, I'm pretty sure that on the day that my first child is born, I'll be holding that child and saying, I am so thankful that there's people who watch my videos.
And when you name your kid, please subscribe. PLZ. Please, where are you? Please subscribe. Where are you? Right here, Daddy Race. You know what's so funny about ACRacebest's name is, like, we're out in public, I'll say race, and let's say there's a minority, you know, or like, you know, there's like a Hispanic person or an African American standing around, and be like, go race! And I'll say it out loud, you know, calling out Race's name, and they'll kind of turn their head slightly, like, what about Race?
Well, it's funny because Race is like a real name. Like, I know someone named Race, and I'm just like, oh.
Race from Johnny Quest, jeez. And then the connection, you're Race from Johnny Quest.
Oh.
Race, throw a barrel at it. But, all right, so moving on. I guess the show a little bit longer than usual. Whatever, no big deal.
Yeah, it'll run a bit longer. When you said that we would do an hour show, I was like, no, it's not going to work.
We'll keep going. I think everybody's kind of comfortable. We're always going to shoot the hoop for now. Shoot the hoop.
Oh, this was supposed to be an hour show?
Well, an hour and a half, but we'll make it at 2 hours now. So we got 15 minutes.
We should probably talk about the documentary.
Well, I want to wrap up some other little few stories, and then we'll do documentary talk, and then we'll do Q&A.
Okay.
All right, so is there so much to talk about?
And Splash Mountain is uploading, in case you guys are wondering.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the second day at Disneyland. So, to our surprise, to my surprise, big time, Michelle Krieber and her family said, "Hey, we're going to Disneyland on Sunday evening. Y'all want to join us?" And
we said, "No, of course not."
We were hesitant at first. I know I was. And then we all said, "Well, screw it. We're out in California."
Yeah, I was really hesitant because I was like, I don't have any money. But then Saber paid for my ticket, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was a big man, and I thought, I'm going to take Paleo with me because I don't want him to miss out on it. So we all went to Disneyland round 2. Yep. We thought this might be the second. We might not get a chance to do this ever again. Well, not ever again, but it's going to be a long time, especially going with the Kriebers. And Kriebers enjoy our company, so it's kind of an honor to be able to hang out with them. And we went to Disneyland again. We went to Pirates. Tell them the Pirates story. How we tell them that, Race or Paleo, somebody, or I'll do it.
Pirates story.
Okay, apparently we forgot. We went on the Pirates ride, and that was the first ride we went on at Disneyland for day 2, and that was before the Kriebers showed up. And Race is texting them saying where we are. At the end of the ride for us, Ray says, because we're going up the ramp to go out and get out of the ride. Ray says, they're just now getting on the ride. And we're like, we might see them at the station when we pull up. Our ride pulls up, literally, the exact row where they board and where we were sitting, we met.
Yep. Yeah.
How about that?
What was he got on the boat?
I mean, the irony behind it all was the fact that we didn't. It's not like we told them that we were on Pirates and then they went to Pirates. Like I kind of asked them like, hey, are you guys near? And that's when I got the text back saying, yeah, we just got in line for Pirates. Before we had even mentioned that we're on Pirates, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
The odds of that ever you can try to pull that off, and even then it's a long shot. Like 1 out of a million chance of that happening. That was rare.
Oh God, that was just another story.
The exact row. So yeah, we met the Kriebers at Disneyland in the group, and we got fast passes for Splash Mountain because I've never been on that ride before. And hey Lou, how about you? You have it, right?
No, I hadn't.
You hadn't? Okay.
Yeah. Because remember, all the rides that we went on the first time was the first time I've ever been to any ride.
Yeah, I have that down now. Like I knew.
So we went on Space Mountain with the Kriebers. That was fun. We went on Matterhorn, which, man, the second time with Matterhorn, my back was hurting. Like, that thing will break your... I remember Screwball was like, dang, this sucks. We were all, this is bad. Our backs are broken. And
that's the left side. Yay.
Does that next time. So, didn't we go to California Adventure after that?
We split up. Because we were going to go on a certain ride because, by the way, we ran the charity auction.
Okay, we did the charity auction, and that was a lot of fun. We did that with Final Draft. And how much did we raise? Like
$6,300. And I want to thank the EQLA staff for, having Saber and I up on board, draft as well. Because I've personally never done anything like that. It was a heck of a lot of fun, like being able to be up there, being a part of it, seeing it all kind of come down, and being behind that microphone made it extra special.
Race is a people person. He loves to engage with audiences and people. You have a passion for that, man. You have a huge passion, and it's fun because I feel off of other people's energy. So Race being up there with me was just great, and same with Draft. It was a great auction, and to those who were there and donated and did charity, it's amazing, And I put up myself for auction saying, go on a roller coaster for California Screamer, and I'll shout out the name of the person, and, we'll see how that goes, highest bidder. And it was $75, someone bid on that. And so it was Fur and Stitch in America. That was his name. I subscribed to him on YouTube, and I'm not sure if he's here right now. I'm looking to see if he is. I don't think he is. Well, he donated $75 for that. And that night we decided to go to California Screamer and get the footage. Well, time was not on our side, unfortunately.
No, for those that do know California Adventure and those that don't, they have the World of Color show, And what happens is because of the World of Color show, they black out everything that's on the back side of the lake they have there, and one of those being the roller coaster, because they have lasers and whatnot that go on it. Not a good idea to have, a roller coaster going at the same time. So what happened there is that we got there probably about 30 minutes or so before the show started, but that was like around the cutoff. Actually, I think what happened was the show started earlier than I thought it did. And yeah, we got there and there was no line, which was the first sign of like, this could be fast.
Yeah.
Secretly, I'm like,
and the problem is after it closes for the night. So unfortunately, we never made it over there. But I do think that there are backup plans.
We had a backup plan. And, okay, first I'm throwing it out there. First Stitch, if he is not, happy with the footage that we provided him, then I will go to Six Flags over Georgia and pick the biggest roller coaster, and I'll go on that with my camera and record there on my own, which would be terrifying.
I'm not happy with the footage.
Which is terrifying because I hate Six Flags. I hate it. And I hate their coasters. They're worse than Disney. But we went to Goofy's flight simulator thingy, whatever it's called.
Flight camp.
That's the one. The European farm simulator. And that was a small cart, right? There's 4 little chairs per cart, right?
Yeah, I think the phrase sometimes used for it is like, it was like a mouse roller coaster.
Yeah.
Disney. So we went on the mouse roller coaster, and I'd never been on that coaster before. And I thought, it's a kid's ride, it'll be fine. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. I was terrified. I was scared. I was scared. I was legitimately scared. That was the scariest ride there, in my opinion. I can deal with California Screamer because you're going fast, and thanks to gravity, you're not going to fall out. But this thing isn't going that fast.
Yeah, it has those little sharp curves that turn really fast.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And I was
you're convinced that it's going to just flip off the tracks.
I really was convinced of that. I thought we were going to fall off.
I told Saber, I'm like, here, we'll just go on this ride, and I was thinking, we'll see how it goes. And it's funny because you kind of have a totally different reaction than you do to like the bigger roller coasters, in that you weren't like screaming or squealing. You were just like,
Yeah, at one point you were like, no, this is not fun. This is not fun. I want to get off.
I think that's me being serious mode, because beforehand I'd be like, screaming on like California Screamer, because when you're on that ride, you're along for the ride. You can't get off, and you're going so fast, and you don't have nothing to do but scream and shout and accept it. But for Goofy ride, you're going slow enough to where your brain has to process and talk out loud and say like, I hate this. I did. So I thought the first turn, the car, I thought it was going to fall off the track. I'm like, what's going on here? We're going to fall off the track. Whoa, I don't like this. This is not fun. Well, why are we going on this ride? And around halfway, I started really enjoying it with the turns and twists and everything. But then I understood what's going on. But yeah, that was unexpected. It scared me.
Yeah, I didn't give them much of a warning. I just said, hey, we'll go on this one, and yeah.
Then after that, we went to Grizzly Rapids and met with the Creepers. That ride was closed too.
That was the second disappointment in a row.
Yeah, because we were looking forward to that, so we couldn't go on that ride. And then we went off in different directions. The Creepers got their dinner. We said our farewells to them. We went to Cars Land for the Cars ride. I think that was the last ride we were going to go. No, we went on that ride. No,
we went on that ride, and then we met up with Matt.
And then we went to Space Mountain.
Yeah.
So we went on Cars ride.
We went on the Little Mermaid ride.
We went on Indiana Jones and Space Mountain.
Dude, we knocked a lot out.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, we went on the Indiana Jones ride and Space Mountain. And we met with Matt again, who just so happened to be at the park as well, right? Didn't even know we were there.
Yeah. He sent me a text earlier today saying, hey, it's too hot. My apartment doesn't have air conditioning, so I'm going to Disneyland. Let me know what's up. He thought we were at the convention still.
And he had no idea, Paleo and myself were there. So we gave him a big old hug. We saw him because he's a great person to hang out with. Just a delight to hang out with. And we went on Space Mountain and the Indiana Jones ride. Space Mountain was the last one. And that was when I really started to enjoy the drops and the twists and turns. I was laughing and throwing my hands in the air, shouting in joy. And that's the last video I think you closed the vlogs out with, correct?
Yeah, I actually sign out from the video vlog during the coaster, so
that was fun. But one last little story from Disney, then the Splash Mountain thing, and then we'll do a documentary talk, and then we'll do a Q&A. When we were at Disneyland the second time with the Creepers walking around to Splash Mountain to get our fast passes, we were walking with the group, and we bumped into some My Little Pony fans. and they were young girls, to be about the age of 12 or 13 or so, right?
Something like that.
Which is funny because they're about the same age as Michelle. And we started engaging them, talking, saying, "Oh, you're fans of My Little Pony? Yeah, we were from the convention." And I'm like, "Yeah, we heard about the convention, yeah." And I'm gonna sneeze here. Excuse me. What did excuse me? Okay, where did
that's my stick?
AG Paleo, please. But we bumped into that group. And how did y'all engage? Because you were more engaging. I wanted to get some water. I walked away from the group. What happened?
Yeah. So basically, what happened is, we're talking a little bit, and the whole reason that they noticed us was because someone in our group was wearing a Scootaloo shirt.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first time, like, okay, these people know the show. So, like you said, we talked a little bit about the convention. They didn't go to it, but they had heard that it was in town. And at least I think, from what I remember, I kind of pointed at Michelle, and I'm like, she does a killer Apple Bloom impression. and then she does it. She does her Apple Bloom, and it was funny because like they were kind of nodding and smiling, like, "Oh wow, yeah, that was really good. I mean, that was really close to it. Yeah, wow." And then at some point, Michelle says, "Yeah, well, I'm actually the voice of Apple Bloom," and I've never seen someone's expression not change at all. Like they just kind of like, okay. Like it was just that. It was like. What? Are you guys, like, do you realize what she said? And I think it was just like you said, they were the same age. So it was probably just one of those, like, oh, and then Michelle speaks up and she's like, "You guys don't believe me, do you?" And they're like, "Well, you mean, like, on YouTube?" Do you, like, voice on YouTube or whatever?
Like,
no, I actually voice her on the show.
Which is funny. It's funny because I can only imagine where Michelle's being, "I'm Apple Bloom," and they're all nodding heads like, "Yeah, it's not bad, 7 out of 10.
I could do better.
It could be better, it's kind of show accurate, not bad. And it's like, no, that's legitimately the voice of Apple Bloom right there.
More canon in that voice.
So that was funny. But, all right, so that's enough for stories for now. We'll do some more stories here at the end. Let me know when Splash Mountain is uploaded. But documentary. So, one of the biggest reasons why we went to this convention is to premiere the documentary. Disneyland's fun, but we had business to attend to. So, on Saturday at 4:30, correct?
Yeah.
We presented our...
Yeah. Well, first we got there around 4, and we were trying to find the laptop.
Yeah, and Juan, I'm not sure if he's in the chat right now, but Juan was a fellow in the audience who has Bar's laptop, because Jay Holler was trying to use his and it didn't work. So Juan, I asked him, I said, "Can we borrow your laptop?" He said, "Sure," and he saved it. So thank you, Juan, if you're out there. Thank you so much. You're Juan in a million. Well, I made that joke.
I made that joke first.
You did?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, joke stealer.
It's funny because when you're at these conventions, sometimes you get your set ready to go. I remember that. I think it's DJ Twetso. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He was there before, and I'm like, get along, your panel's over. We gotta set things up, dude. And I think he actually was a little bit grumpy that he had to leave. Not grumpy. I mean, I think he's a happy-go-lucky guy, but I was like, all right, time to go. Time to leave. All right, go off the stage. You gotta go. That's off. Oh, bye. But he finally got going, and we got everything set up, and we, at first, had 15, 20 people in the room, and I'm like, I thought we'd have more than this, but whatever. It's fine. We'll put on a show for this crowd, for this audience. He did show up. It was the people who were dedicated enough or interested enough to go watch this premiere. And then we got everything ready to go, and people were still trickling into the room, and we sat down and we started playing the documentary. And then the VA panel was officially over, and then the room filled up.
Yeah.
It was nice because
standing room only.
Yeah, it got to the point where there are people who were standing near the walls because there were no more chairs to sit down in, or it was packed. It was completely packed, and it was cool to go from having 20 people to having close to 400 or so.
Close to it, I think. I know that the amount of seats in there was 325, but I didn't see all of them filled up. But I know there were a lot of people standing up, so.
We had, I think, well over 250 at least.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to see everybody show up. and laugh and cheer and have fun and smile. And we got a standing ovation at the end, which like brought a tear to my eye. Oh man, it was so cool to see it all come to life and people cheer. It was just, and it wasn't like forced cheering like the Brony documentary or the one where like, you know, Pinkie Pie's best ponies, like that's cheap. You know, I could say that and get a cheer, but no, we actually had real facts and real substance to our stuff, and the fact that people, you know, enjoyed that and laughed and appreciated that really hit home to me. So. Yeah, what a cool experience that was.
For those who haven't seen the documentary, I'm excited for those people because it's just like when I first saw it, I was pretty blown away. It's one of those things where you know that, you know, your friends made this, but then you see the quality of it and you completely forget that, you know, just a couple guys got together and things exploded the way they did. And I am very proud of what you guys put together.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate the kind words. Anybody here in the chat who was at ACRacebest and caught the premiere? Heck, actually, if you can, during the Q&A part, if you can leave a message of your review of it in the Tumblr thing, we'd love to read it out loud and see what y'all think. We definitely appreciate that. Anything you want to add to the documentary thing, Paleo, or do you want to start hitting Q&A here?
I want to say that, like, part one of the documentary, you know, EQLA was the physical premiere, but I think we're going to try to have a streaming premiere here on Everfree Network at some point.
Well, we want to have this thing done before the month's out.
Yeah. So if we can get it done, like, before the last Brony Breakdown of the month, we might have that in place of Brony Breakdown.
So pretty much 2 weeks from now?
Yeah. If we can get it to that point by then.
Well,
if not the week after.
We really should. I don't know why it wouldn't be at that point. Why wouldn't it be at that point, though?
Probably music. But if it only takes one more week, then I'll say, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We gotta see where Mumble is, because right now we're waiting on him. And we got a couple. I gotta do some I gotta narrate some parts over again. And my throat's currently still out of commission, so it should be up and running in a couple of days for recording.
Yeah. And then we have to see how long it takes for BViz, which from what I've heard from him is it won't take that long at all. So.
I feel like a lot of the editing we've already taken care of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want the 30th to be the day. I really do. Even if Mumble can't finish all of his music, I'll be like, can I just borrow one of your songs and just deal with that for now? But that's what we did for the premiere. Is we took some of his existing songs and just kind of threw them in there. They worked really well.
Yeah.
Like he knew back in the day that we'd need his help, and he made it before we even knew we were doing the documentary. But okay, so do you want to do Q&A part?
Yeah. Let me link the Tumblr in the thing.
All right, cool. We'll do 30 minutes of Q&A. You all can tell us about your equestrial experience or questions about, you know, what we did or about the documentary. We'd love to hear about the documentary and see what y'all think and
okay, if I could have the chat pause for a moment. Do we have any mods?
I have the ability to, but I forgot how to disable it. Let me see if we got any mods on. Moderators, anybody there that pause it? Your curses. Foiled again.
Do you know how to do it?
I do not. I forgot. It's no big deal. Just put the link in there.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Hi,
Here's the link to the Tumblr so you can ask us questions.
There you go. And if you all need it again, just click on it now. You don't need it again. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll open it up. We already have a few in here, so.
Cool. All right, you want to start asking away?
Yeah, there's actually one that I got really early on before we started the show. It says, if I made a picture of my favorite bronies, would you sign it at BronyCon? Yes.
No. Of course we would. I'd love to. BronyCon's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be big.
Yeah, it's going to be really big.
It's already
You're going to be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going to be there.
I'm really looking forward to Fiesta Equestria, too.
We'll talk about it after the show.
No, but yeah, BronyCon, I'll be there. I actually had noticed that some people were asking me questions in the chat, and I'm sorry I missed them earlier. But yes, I will be there and I don't even know what to expect. Like, you look at EQLA and then realize that there's going to be, like, how many more people at BronyCon?
But 3 times as many at the moment, and that's not even, like, they're still waiting to get that rush of people who still want to sign up.
Right now, they've already got 3,000 registered attendees.
There you go.
It's going to be big. I feel like really going to have to put on our, you know, happy faces and walk around and wave. All right, I'm being a dick now. I'm sorry. All right,
let's go to Disneyland.
Disneyland. For all 3. What are your favorite moments of EQLA 2013? And is it better or worse than last year's EQLA?
What was the first part of the question?
What is your favorite moment?
Going to Disneyland. Going to Disneyland. Going to Disneyland, of course, and then hearing the reception of people who enjoyed the documentary. That was like...
I'd like seeing the standing ovation because I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm like, it just felt like...
I also wasn't expecting the people to... Oh, it would kind of be a spoiler for the documentary if I said so, but...
Well, don't.
Okay.
No, that's cool.
I have to say, too, like, you know, the panel that we did on Friday, that was a heck of a lot of fun. And, you know, new experience, but then also just, like we mentioned earlier, just the people coming up and saying, like, oh, you got me into the show, or thank you for what you do, you know, it gets me out of hard times or whatnot. It's like that kind of stuff. That's rewarding, and I love going to conventions.
Yeah. It's no longer, like, unless we're hosting panels or involved with them, like, talking to you all, meeting people, that's the highlight right there. All right, next question.
Hey, racy bassist. Are you prepared for the Orange Revenge, or is everything
Thanks, Jimmy Larson. Am I ready for the Orange Revenge?
Or is everything okay now? Okay, let's see. Saber, Paleo, were you at Solrex panel? Oh, that's probably what he's talking about.
Oh, I was only there for about half of it.
Yeah, we were there for like the first 25 minutes, I think.
I slept through it.
You slept through it? I thought you weren't there for that.
Yeah, I was asleep.
That's right, sleep through everything like that.
Solrex just was like, yeah, no. Done.
Did he ever like call you out of the audience? Because I know he did last time.
I feel bad if he did.
Oh my goodness, he supports me. He did?
Because I think you yelled out to Solrak that he slept in.
I didn't. But yeah, that was Solrak's panel is always very fun and energetic, but he's a very, you know, down to business kind of guy. Next question.
Let's see. Saber and Paleo, congratulations on your realization of part 1 of your documentary. I saw you worked hard to complete it before the convention. I wish I was there to see it. My question, is part 2 and 3 complete as well? If not, what are the current status for those?
Part 2 and part 3 currently at 0%. Well, not 0.
Not 0%.
They're more like, I mean, the writing for 3 is complete, which was, you know, really intense. Part 2 is a very difficult part to write for. It's not as many pages as part 3, but you have to write around the interview. I'm sorry, part 2 you have to write around the interviews, and that can be difficult to do. And I wanted to do part 1 first to see how that panned out with the interviews and whatnot. So, yeah, part 2 and 3. After we get this thing uploaded to YouTube, we'll get crack-a-lacking on part 2, and part 3 shouldn't be as difficult. So, but like with anything we've done with this project is ambition seems to get in the way, and opportunity rears its head, so who knows.
What's good, though, for you guys at this point is that now you have all your, you know, your chess pieces where you want them. You have all your players doing what they're doing. Because I'm sure that took a lot of time, too. Like, oh, who are we going to have do this?
It was nice having so many people volunteer. It's been an honor working with people like Feedsy and Fuzogs and Bevids and folks who are on our team. It's really cool.
All right. Here's a question directly to you, Saber.
Yeah.
Saber, why haven't you posted as many videos as before?
Posted as many videos as before?
Yeah, Saber.
What do you mean? I don't understand that question.
I guess why haven't you been making as many videos?
Oh, well, as of late I made 2, but just been busy. Documentary.
Yeah, it's pretty much for the both of us. The reason we haven't been making as many videos as we usually do is because of the documentary.
Investing on this big one. I think when you all see it, you'll be like, okay, that's what's taking them so long.
Yeah.
That was my thought when I saw it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that looks like it deserved the time it got.
Yeah.
All right. Next question?
Here's a question. What are your guys' favorite ride at Disneyland? P.S. Did you guys go on Splash Mountain? And that's from Song of the South fan too.
Well,
isn't that what the ride is based on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Favorite ride, huh?
Indiana Jones for me. Definitely.
I like Space Mountain a lot.
For me, that's a toss-up. I have to say,
Storybook now.
I'm gonna have to pick California Streamer. Actually, I know it's really weird, but the fact that it's giving me that big of a memory and impression means it's a good ride.
This is why I like you, Saber. I like that ride.
I like it.
Keep me off this beach!
Yeah, it's like a love-hate relationship, really. I mean, the Indiana Jones ride is really cool. As far as coolest ride, definitely Indiana Jones. I agree with you, Race, on how amazing it is. And Space Mountain's a classic, but California Screamer is just like, man, that ride. You will not forget it.
Yeah.
And I won't.
Oh yeah, the second part of the question was, did you guys go on Splash Mountain? And we did.
We did, but these footage of it.
Is that uploaded yet?
That is processing.
At processing?
Yeah, it's a 0% processing.
Fine.
Okay, it should be ready soon.
Yeah, give it another 10 minutes. It should be ready.
All right, next question.
Okay. Let's see. Would you agree that Bronies lost enough spaghetti over Equestria Girls to end world hunger for an entire day?
At least 2 days.
At least 2 days.
No, I don't think spaghetti's kind of a weird term to use for that. Butthurt maybe, but spaghetti, nah. Equestria Girls, I'm not even going to touch on that yet. We'll wait till next week, Brony Breakdown, to discuss that.
Yeah.
All I can say now is it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. And we'll have another video to talk about next week as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hear him saying something's in the works.
Something's in the making.
Something's happening.
Something in my pants. I mean, it's a PG panel, guys, please.
Okay. Okay, next question. What would you do if you were offered money by a production company to mass sell your Brony doc? Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd do it. We'd have to change it.
Yeah, we'd have to change it a lot.
We'd have to gut it out and probably, the thing is, since if we're working for a production company, they'd be calling the shots, so it'd be a little bit weird to see them say, okay, condense it all three into one part and take out all the copyright stuff. That'd be tough to do.
Yeah.
But not impossible. But hey, if we had a chance to get paid for our work, then yeah, damn.
Wouldn't you allowed to be wouldn't you be allowed to have copyright stuff though?
Another documentary does.
Just a documentary.
Yeah, get Hasbro permission.
I think if we get picked up by a production company that is big enough, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have lawyers to protect us.
Yeah.
Matt.
Matt. All right.
Well, will the documentary have bonus features? Yes. I plan on having, after we get all 3 parts done, I plan on doing, commentary, some unused interview footage, probably, maybe some unused title cards and stuff that we didn't use. Stuff like that.
Bloopers?
Bloopers?
Yeah.
Or interviews, maybe.
Yeah.
What we couldn't show you on PBS Kids.
Another question?
Okay, let me refresh here. Let's see, did you guys go on the Jurassic Park ride at Disney? That's not at Disney.
But we did.
That's at Universal Studios. But I've actually been on that ride, though.
I have not. I've never been to Universal.
Yeah, but it's... the drop is like twice as high as Splash Mountain, so.
Well, I can't really comment on that.
Brace, you've been on it though, right?
I've been on it once, and it's funny because I've had multiple people talk about how big this drop. Like my girlfriend Sarah, actually, she's like, yeah, no, that drop's bigger. And I'm like, is it really?
Yeah.
Like, I was always convinced the Splash Mountain was bigger, but I think it's the illusion that ride creates because it looks like it's at the top of a mountain and all that.
Yeah. It's pretty much the illusion, but when you go to the Universal Studios and you look up, it's like, oh, holy crap.
Yeah, so that's where I get messed up, and plus I've only been on it once, so that first time I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was kind of just absorbing the fact that the T-Rex was just lying up in the sky because he was broken. It was glitching.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Do y'all have anything special planned for Fiesta Equestria? We probably might as well say it right now. Saber and I aren't going to be able to make it.
Well, I wouldn't say just yet.
Not?
Well, I don't know now because guys, there's a lot currently going on with my work. Let me just throw this out there, guys. I am not sure if I'll be on the Fiesta Equestria or Sweet Apple Acres, and the reason why I say that is my job stuff just recently through sticking to my bike tire. And I'm not sure how scheduling is going to work out. I know I can go to either one of those two, I think. So I'm trying to figure it all out at the moment.
I know I won't be able to go to Fiesta Equestria because of the cost.
All right, well, I'm not sure for myself at the moment. I still got to work things out, so nothing's in stone.
But like both of the ones that we were invited to during that month, or that part of summer. Both of them have invited us as like Brony Breakdown, so
which is very sweet of them and very nice. And we said yes, of course, to begin with, but then work, things come up.
I'll be there.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I got to figure things out. And I'll keep you all posted via Twitter, of course.
I'm gonna keep poking him in the side.
Yeah, Barry Punch. I don't worry, man. Barry Punch is one of the guys who runs the convention. I mean, once again, Nashville's not far from me at all. I drive up there all the time. I just need to figure out what's going on as far as work goes. I need to talk to my boss tomorrow, and once I figure that out, I can actually finally announce things.
Quit
my job and just go to all the conventions.
But yeah,
money.
I will be at Fiesta Equestria, so yeah, I'll be there, and with my girlfriend, she lives out in Texas, so that's kind of my Texas time as well. And it'll be fun. I don't really exactly have plans for Fiesta Equestria right now. I know we applied for a panel, but unfortunately, 2 of the people might not be there.
Why don't you just take us down while we're out?
ACRacebest panel. So let's start the Q&A. Yusa. Oh, you're just an empty chair.
Where's Saber? Where's Tombstone?
Tombstone, I have a question. Yeah. I still have people who are convinced that I'm the living Tombstone.
Wait, you're not?
I will have half-eaten hot dog.
He's the best.
Yeah, if there is a panel, there will be a half-eaten hot dog.
He made a cameo appearance at the content creator panel.
Yeah, that was special.
That was pretty cool. That really made it touching.
Mm-hmm. I really wasn't expecting to see him again.
No, I thought he since he was deployed in Afghanistan, we wouldn't be seeing him for a while. But to see him come back, that was quite the breathtaker.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Okay. Let's see, Saber, will you still be uploading top 10 Bronies videos of inter-month here?
No.
I guess they mean songs. Videos, we already know because...
Yeah, I'll announce it, guys. Videos, by the way, I've been done with that for a while. That's Jay Holler's thing now. And top 10 songs, I'm officially stepping down from and passing it to Paleo. I no longer have the time to really do that stuff and really put my heart into it. And I'm just kind of, I don't know, focusing on the documentary, and afterwards I'm not sure what's going to happen. I still want to make content, but top 10 doesn't really give me much room for creativity, and I think I can do more and be funnier and bring y'all more variety and content. So passing to Paleo.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. He'll learn.
Which honestly, like when we first talked about this, because after Saber stepped down from top 10 videos, he still wanted to do top 10s, which was like top 10 songs. And originally I was going to do that, but Saber said, "Can I do it?" And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, it was your idea. You're spitballing it, and I said, "Hey, cool, if I can just jump in, give it a whirl," and he said, "Sure." So Paleo gets to give his idea a shot, which has been proven to work, and you're one of the lucky people to get a series that already has Equestrian backing it up. So you're one of the few fortunate ones. Well, a privilege I've been enjoying for a long time, but I'm also in the belief where I don't like depending on a hosting site for all my views, so I'm kind of trying to move away from that.
What videos were we talking about?
Brony's React.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, I was reading, and then you said that, and I'm like, I didn't know Paleo had something. Oh, is he talking to me? Hey!
And we're back. All right.
Okay. There's a question here. What is the weirdest thing you did at EQLA?
Almost kissed Race a couple of times.
Yeah, I'd say
Almost. What do you mean almost?
Well, it was very close, like 2 inches between our lips. Does your girlfriend know about that yet, Race?
I think she ships it.
Oh, sweet. Excellent. Sarah, draw some more fan art. No! No, wait.
She's actually watching the show right now, so be careful.
No.
Oh, there was one thing that happened in a race that I actually saw in one of the video. We should probably bring it up.
What?
Where someone almost you thought someone was going to flash you.
Oh, okay. So there's first off, I want to throw this out there. I love cosplayers. Like, I always get excited when I see cosplayers because it just goes to show the creativity in the fandom and all the work that a lot of you guys put through when you go to these conventions. It just blows me away. So there was a cosplayer, a Pinkie Pie cosplayer, who had a party cannon. And I was like, I was talking to her about that. I was like, oh, this is cool. And it's on the video blog. I don't remember which part it was, though. And she's like, I was like, okay, good job, and, love it. And I start walking away, and she's like, wait, you didn't see the best part. And I turn around slowly, I'm like, yes. And she starts grabbing the bottom of her shirt. And I'm just like, oh, finally I'm at this status.
Enjoy it, my friend. I haven't even hit that status yet.
And then, she starts saying, I bet you can't make a face crazier than, and she lifts up her shirt. And there was the Pinkie Pie from that one episode. So I was like, oh yeah, okay. And it was really well thought out, and I thought it was great. And yes, she was wearing another shirt underneath, but
Found it.
She found it.
The video?
Yeah.
You have a video of this? Oh man.
Yeah, go to about 540.
I thought this was really, really creative. Like, I hadn't seen something like this before. So I want to give props to this girl.
Who probably watches the show. 540. All right. There we go. All right, 540. I think it's scene 4. There we go. All right, you all ready?
Yep.
God, this Xbox stuff makes it so much smoother. I love it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh, can you light the fuse? What was this girl?
It'll just burn the candy. I know.
Maybe if we're having like a hardcore party later.
Yeah, but you know what? When the cannon burns, candy comes out of it. On fire.
Doesn't it? I know. Or it just starts a hotel fire.
You know what?
Think about it.
Candy should just start a hotel fire.
Okay, I like that. What?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I can't make a face crazier than
I've seen you before.
And he's like, better talk to this guy right now.
I know who you are.
Cold shower time.
What if it was like some wardrobe about fun? But you can't make a face crazy than this? No, I really can't.
But yeah, it was just that it was one of those moments where I'm like, what's about to happen? Yes! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, that's cool, too. That's funny.
Oh, goodness.
Why wouldn't she flash me in a room full of hundreds of people? Why?
I'm okay with it. Cameras rolling. But no, like I said, in all due respect, I loved what she did with that cosplay. And
no, that was clever.
Just, you understand where my initial, like, what's going on? What? I see what she's reaching for.
Oh, there's some other cool cosplays. We got a picture of those little kids who had like the awesome.
Those girls were so cute.
Yeah, the little Rainbow Dash Pinkie Pie like at the gala outfits, and then there's the Celestia cosplayer. Her name's Reagan, I believe. She's part of the Burning Clubhouse. She's a great Celestia cosplayer, and a fantastic photo finish cosplayer. She's extraordinarily beautiful, and she can pull off those cosplays perfectly.
There were a lot of cosplays. I mean, there usually are, but like. I mean, there were a lot of really good cosplays there.
Really cute people.
I've seen some cringeworthy cosplays before, and I don't think I saw a single one at this convention.
Well, the ones that are cringeworthy aren't even cringy. They're clever.
Well, no, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about ones that are like
the four-legged like horse, you know, like
the ones that aren't full. No, even those. Like it's the ones that are like not fully. Like it's kind of like it took them 5 minutes to do it, but
some people like
I would have to get it, but I wouldn't want to like insult anybody, you know.
All right.
Like if never mind. Yeah. So next question.
Oh, read it, Paleo.
Look at the thing I sent in the Skype chat.
God dang it.
What a rock and a hard place.
Anyway, here's actually something from the documentary, from Purity 360. Says the documentary was better than I expected. The main Brony with John Delancey documentary was good, but too rushed and too much info for an hour and 30 minutes. Your doc explained so much more and was better because all of your info about the show was centered around one part. With the three-parter approach, we'll get more information than the other one, which is great. Excited to see the rest. Thank you.
Thank you. That's really sweet of them.
Oh, here's something interesting. From Anonymous, it says, how do you feel about EQLA not wanting to stream the con? Do you think that not streaming actually brings in more revenue?
It depends. I don't know. It's a lot of big cons like Con don't have streamers. They don't need it. Word of mouth is more than enough to get them their ticket sales, which don't take 5 minutes until they sell out. I think it's nice to have the live stream. It definitely helps with the initial notoriety of conventions and help people get their name out. Because Count Gardens, EQLA, Every Northwest, Bernie Concerts, they were the big ones. Count Garden is dead now, but the three that remain are considered the big ones in the fandom. And all of their first cons had live streaming services, and thousands of people went to go check it out. And now Crystal LA thought, we don't need it anymore. We'd rather just kind of go without it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, like, logistics behind it, but I know just from a personal standpoint, as a convention goer, I actually like it better when they're being streamed, even though I'm at the convention itself. But that's also because, like, I'm an attention freak. But no, I was going to say that, like, when you have stuff like, for example, panels, or like the charity auction, or, you know, the music going on, when you have that kind of going, it increases your audience by so much that it's like, because there are realistically a lot of people that just cannot make it to these conventions, be it, you know, they don't have the money to. I mean, because, you know, we do have a young fandom as far as the age demographic. I think the majority of us are, you know, 6-7-year-old girls. And I'm sorry, I just went off on the tangent. What? that was a joke. But yeah, I personally like it better when they're being streamed. I don't know the numbers behind the things. I can't speak on, you know, the economics, but I'm sure Saberspark with his sociology can do that for us.
Don't you put me on the spot. Don't you put me on the spot. No,
yeah.
blanking out too.
Anyway, next question. The original release date for the dock was last September, 8 months ago. My question is, how different in quality do you think the dock would have been if you completed it by then compared to what it is now?
Much better.
One thing that was interesting is when the other documentary announced their documentary, we were afraid, like, well, do we try to release ours before or after, or what do we do? And I heard getting some advice from my friend Scott, where he said, well, he goes, you can release it beforehand, but it's going to get brushed over by the other one. He said it's probably better if you wait until afterwards, because he goes, if for some reason, for whatsoever, if it doesn't do well, then you'll have an opportunity to blow it out of the water and show them what's up. And that's kind of the situation we're in right now, where they didn't do a bad job, but they didn't really meet the standards people were kind of expecting. So now we're the ones who get to set the bar, and we're going to set it really freaking high where it needs to be. And yeah, it took a bit longer, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
we have a lot more people.
We also have a lot more people.
Yeah, the scope got much larger, and thanks to the volunteerness of I don't know the word. People volunteer to help us out. We've been able to accomplish those goals. So yeah, you all are in for a treat. You'll really enjoy it. Like even when I was watching the premiere at the con, and I've watched this Rough Cuts over and over and over. Even it had my attention the entire way through, and I'm like, I feel like I'd be jaded by now and not really care, but no, it still holds my attention. I get really excited.
And that's very good for something that's over an hour long.
Mm-hmm. The part with Jar Jar Binks is probably my favorite part.
I'm like that you guys got him to do all the
narration,
the voiceovers for it.
The word fandom means the same. Star Wars, Star Trek, I don't know.
Here's a good question, since it relates to the cons and stuff. I'm a con newbie. How much does it usually cost to attend, travel, buy, etc. to attend the convention?
Pretty good amount. Depends where you live, though. If you're going from West Coast to East Coast to West Coast, it can cost a couple $100. Well, at least.
Yeah. In Atlanta, so it's cheaper since it's a Delta hub.
Yeah.
For me, it's a bit more, since I live in Raleigh, or east of Raleigh.
Like on average, expect to spend about $350 on your flight on average, and that's usually if you're lucky.
Usually my flights to California have usually been around $500. I got lucky this time. I got one for under $300.
Well, here's the thing, though, is most of the business con you're going to, ACRacebest or BronyCon, and where you live in the States. Hotel is going to cost you about, I'd say, $150 to $200, depends on your rooming situation, who you're rooming with, how long you're staying there for. Conventions themselves usually run about $40 to $60 per ticket. And then food and amenities. I mean, it all depends on, like for myself, I probably spent about $100 or so on the food and whatnot, and just taking care of myself at ACRacebest, but that was okay.
I would say you would be spending like at least $800 on a contract.
Overall, yeah, about $800.
And it's always better to bring more than you think you're going to spend.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is be up a creek without a paddle.
Up a paddle without a creek.
Up a paddle without a paddle.
Yeah, that's if you live somewhere far away from the convention. If you live near it, then you can just drive to it. Then like there's actually a convention here in North Carolina in a couple weekends called Animazement, and I can just drive there, and it's only going to cost me the con badge. So
that's why I feel bad for third world. Almost third world. Lol, because everybody outside the U.S. is considered a third world country. I'm sorry, Britain, they're starving. If you're outside the U.S., maybe with the exception of Canada, it's going to cost you a lot of money, of course. And it's in flights. It's the airplanes that are really going to kill you. It depends on where you live. Like, for example, you're trying, I can drive up there. It's not maybe about $100 over on gas. And it's much better than compared to the $400-something I spent for flying. So
yeah, and also another thing is you always, like, if a convention is close to you, you still want to kind of gauge should you be at a hotel or not. Like for me, I live safe to say 20 minutes from where the convention was this weekend, and you think to yourself that's not bad, but when you think round trip, that means I'm losing almost an hour of, like, say, sleep, because I have to, drive back at the end of the night, and then I have to wake up 20 minutes sooner than I would have been if I was at the convention. And so you kind of want to gauge that, because like even though I live near Equestria LA, you know, the biggest reason I don't stay at a hotel is the cost of everything. But you know, I would prefer, like, I'm looking forward to a convention where I'm actually, like Fiesta Equestria, where I'll stay in the hotel, because I have yet to do that at a convention where I'm actually
a lot less stress.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's, you know, you basically could get up, shower, please, and then go on down to the convention floor, and it's like, and like I said, actually no, I lied, I did that in Vegas. Vegas, I was at the hotel. That was nice.
We don't speak of such things. All right. Next question. By the way, how's the Splash Mountain thing?
It's done. It's ready.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Let's watch it, then we'll do 2 more questions, and we'll close this out.
All right. Here you go.
So this, by the way, guys, this is especially special for us because this was a ride we went on where it wasn't just Race and myself. And Paleo, unfortunately, was in the other cart because Michelle was calling the shots, saying, "No, I want this person in the ride," and they had a very specific order. Race and I were fortunate enough to be part of that order, so Race and I were along for it. Let me get this thing right here. Here we go. So Race got the camera out, and we're filming our ride on Splash Mountain. And this, I once again, my huge fan dropped. So enjoy. Are you all ready?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. By the way, they're brats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle's watching on the left. No, they're not brats. They're just young kids. As in they splash us like jerks.
You'll see that. It nails the camera. You'll see what it does to the audio.
Hey, is there room down there for this?
I was distressed.
Cool, thank you.
Pastor knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I gotta go now. I gotta go now. Hey, you want
I was thinking that Saber was just going to climb out of the boat.
I thought I was gonna find out. I hate these old like click going up. I hate that so much. Michelle and Allie are enjoying it.
There's no seatbelts. I don't think I feel safe on this.
No, there are no seatbelts.
Oh, yeah. I remember Saber's like, where's my seatbelt?
Alright, you'll be good. You'll be good. You'll be good.
That's like a cat.
That made Michelle laugh.
He's already screaming. Exit! I can get off here! I'm sorry, but look at terror on your face right now. Did I drop it? Yeah. Peter Fox? Oh, God! What? You'll be alright, David? You'll be right. No, but look at terror on your face. What?
Bring it down. What? I know you're not bringing it down. Please, everyone else.
And they don't help at all. They're not comforting. Michelle and Natalie make it worse.
It's not my mind.
Shut up, you. I'm gonna admire the view for a second.
You gotta make a silly face when we're going down.
I think Saber will make a silly face.
The guy in front of us blocked my face. Put his hands up. I hate this part.
Comes the first. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! No! Get it! Go! Get it! Go!
Oh, I can feel it in my stomach. I can already feel it.
See, that wasn't that bad. Right?
Actually, I had a bad migraine during this ride, and this didn't help going into acid land. Shut up, Race.
You alright?
I had a bad migraine.
Oh boy. Here we go. Woo! got confused there. I was like, what?
Is it paused for you? Guys, hold on. Is it? Oh, there it is.
What time are you at?
Oh, no, we're good. We're good. It lagged for a second, guys. We're good.
No problem.
Oh, man. It's dark at the moment, guys, but it gets better here soon a bit.
I think I figured I'd be stupid at this point.
That part stinks really like an acid.
Take the wheel, Jesus, take the wheel!
Ugh.
We'll get more ice cream after this.
Little kid. See acid, guys, everywhere.
I'm surprised I didn't use diapers.
What?
I didn't use my diapers either.
Sorry, guys, it's dark, but I'll be getting the lighter soon in a bit.
Alright, guys. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, man, I hated this. They're antagonizing me. And I learned I did an apple bloom for jerk.
It's actually funny because we're actually like in the front.
Yeah, we thought that was Scootaloo. Oh, there it is, the tunnel of death. Oh no.
Look behind me.
And Apple Bloom jerk mode engage in 3, 2, 1. Here she goes.
Hello, man. Yeah, see,
they're like,
good at this point. See? That wasn't bad.
So I'm completely dry. Race and I are completely dry at this point, right?
Is this what we sold his dignity for?
Race and I were dry.
No.
No problem. And then this happens.
Well, now I'm wet. Oh my goodness. There's so much water. Stop! My phone! My phone! Your phone! I was dry. Damn it. Right now, I'm just trying not to use the camera.
Yeah, you try to keep it above. They're just going
Oh man. I am so glad.
Yeah, we got soaked. It's like a retarded version of Cloverfield. There it is.
The camera's just so fast. There goes the audio for the next 3 hours. Oh my god.
You hear them laughing their butts off. You gotta send this video to Michelle. She'll love it.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna, yeah, when I put this up. It'll probably be its own video. I think I'm done.
You can hear me dying laughing still.
still getting wet.
There's still splashes, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey, we get soaked.
Oh my god.
I got a story following this, by the way.
That's a wet ride.
Look at how wet everybody is.
You know, I didn't get that wet. Thanks, girl. Thanks.
I might as well be swimming.
All blame M.A. Larson Smith.
It's
all about the eloquence of Smith.
Thanks, M.A. Larson.
Well, if you weren't wet before, probably not anymore. Don't worry, you don't even get wet. It's like a dry ride. I don't even know why they call it Splash Mountain.
I think a Brokeback Mountain joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, I got wet.
Yeah.
So get this. I'm not sure you got the footage.
Hey Michelle, how about a hug?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, she takes my shirt and she drives herself off with it. I'm like, that jerk.
That's not in this video.
Like my pants are like so heavy, so hey,
Listen to what they did to the audio of this channel. This is my new camera, Michelle. Thank you.
Wait, was it the new one?
Yeah, no, not that new one. This is the less expensive.
Look at his
one.
eye.
Oh,
Look how
man.
dry we were.
Yeah, we were dry when we got to the bottom of the water. Oh, down. Look at that. We did a good job.
You brought it upon yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to pause it.
I think that's about it.
I'm going to pause it.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a little bit of a taste of why you should go check out ACRacebest channel and watch his vlogs, which are hilariously fun and just a delight to watch.
And in case anyone's wondering, they are edited down, so you don't get a lot of like if I had actually edited this video, there wouldn't have been that long period of just blackness.
Yeah.
Like I do edit it down, so it's just constant fun times.
Yeah, he does. He puts his heart into it.
I do.
You've been working on that stuff for like.
Pat myself on the back right now. Yeah.
I thought you were in a can bend.
And then once I'm done with these videos, I'll be getting to work on another video that a lot of you might be looking forward to.
Yeah, a lot of requests on that one.
Yeah, a lot of requests.
Speaking of your vlogs, though, somebody sent in a question asking, how do you not drop your camera while on the rides and stuff?
Oh, on the rides? You know, I get this incredible Hulk type grip on cameras when I know that they might fly out of my hand. I've actually filmed on roller coasters before, so I've kind of been used to like how I want to hold the camera before I do it. But yeah, you just I wouldn't recommend it for anyone that has like a really nice camera either. Like I usually will do this with a camera that I'm like, if I lose it, at least I won't be like bankrupt because of it. So yeah, I just hold on tight, and if I can, I'll strap something around me to it. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right. One last question. We're going to just close this out.
Okay. This is related to the documentary.
Cool.
It says, Saber, in a previous episode of Brony Breakdown, you mentioned that the Bronies documentary didn't quite live up to your expectations. Personally, I feel like I'm in the minority of those who loved it. But out of mere curiosity, I wanted to ask, what did you think the doc was lacking that you hope would be implemented in your doc?
No, not just my doc. There's a lot of people working on this thing.
Yeah. Going to.
I think the one thing, I was a huge defender of that documentary, the other one that first came up. Because I remember on Tumblr people were already doubting it. I'm like, guys, give it a flipping chance before you, kill it. Just like Equestria Girls. And oh no, an omen. But I guess when I watched it, I was a little bit, I wasn't very pleased with Brokov, whatever his name is. I get that Hollywood scumbag vibe. He's not horrible, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of
especially when you look at his previous work.
Yeah.
It's like, seriously?
And
it's what you worked on?
And then you really start milking the fandom, whatever. I don't know. I don't like the idea of people taking advantage of our Bronies. I hate that. So I figured, okay, we'll do ours, and we'll try to cover everything we can and make it free. That way there isn't any catch-22. So, I thought the documentary was lacking was the truth. Where, yeah, I get to see how interesting the fandom really is, but it's almost like you're patting them on the back saying, you're awesome. When in reality, it should be more like, okay, we never met before. I'm going to observe you and see what the fandom's all about. And I think us covering the history of MLP and its creation and the 4chan part really gives you gives you more interest of like, okay, this is really interesting series of events. It's not just a bunch of fans just, saying we're the best in the world ever, because that's the last thing Bronies need. They don't need that kind of inflated ego. So, yeah, we're giving you all unbiased reporters' point of view and research on this fandom and what it is. And it's definitely much more academic and honest, I suppose. I feel like that's one thing. Is the other one felt like a bunch of Bronies paid to hear how awesome they are, and that's what they got. They heard how awesome they are. But that's not going to change anybody's point of view on this fandom. If you want to change people who aren't Bronies, or hopefully, I guess, impact them and be more open-minded to our kind of fandom. So, yeah, there you go. It wasn't a bad documentary. I just don't think it was exactly what Bronies were really needed. Whatever. I don't know. And then there's a money aspect to it. I think it kind of taints it.
Yeah.
Since we're free of that, since we don't care about money and getting paid for it, we don't have to deal with that.
You guys got a huge round of applause when you were like, yeah, it's free for you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be all free on YouTube, and everybody was like, yay!
Yeah, because the donators were the ones who brought you all that privilege, so thank you for those who donated. You all made it possible.
Unfortunately, the credits, it stopped as soon as it got to that part for the credits. I was like, oh,
we're not trying to avoid you. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close up the show. Anything you all want to say before we lock this up?
No. Next week, Brony Breakdown, we're going to return to the regular format, doing news and content and stuff.
And if Lord willing, the next Brony Breakdown.
And then the Brony Breakdown after that. Hopefully we'll have it to where we'll be premiering the documentary during that time.
Yeah, and then afterwards we're going to upload to YouTube for everybody to watch. We have got to
get available immediately after.
Yeah, we have 2 weeks from now to get it really up and running. And if music goes well, then everything should be fine, because narration shouldn't take more than a week. Getting everything fixed shouldn't take more than... I mean, as it is right now, honestly, is stand on its own, but we want to provide you perfection. And we're so close to not, go back and clean it up some more before we show it to the public. You all will really enjoy it. You really will. All right, guys. Race, thank you for joining us for not Bronies React. Dang it, that's your show.
Thank you for having me on, and Saber, maybe we could get you on another Brony Breakdown someday.
I can only hope. I've heard good things about that show.
I haven't.
Bronies React.
I just dissed you guys.
Garbage. I hate Bronies React, the Bronies series on YouTube. I hate you. All right, no.
But yeah, thanks for having me, guys. It's always a lot of fun to join you.
Oh, dude, it's always a pleasure on our end. All right, guys, that's it for Brony Breakdown, and we'll see you all next week.
See ya.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I have no idea how to close this thing up properly and archive it, so you'll be joining us for the next couple of minutes while I figure this out. So, guys, how's it going? How to archive...
Yeah, how do you archive XSplit recordings?
XSplit recordings. Do-do-do-do-do. How to record your broadcast. Oh, no.
What?
Don't tell me wait, hold on. A cool feature of XSplit Broadcaster is the ability to record your broadcast and save it on your hard drive. Here's a short video how you do it.
Did you... Don't tell me.
Uh-oh.
No, we're good. We're good.
Don't tell Paleo.
We're good.
What you're thinking.
Are we good?
Paleo, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Hold on.
I'm probably thinking what you're thinking.
No, I think we're fine. I mean, you all want to talk to the audience here? No, we're good. We're fine. Hold on. Shut up. All right, hold on.
So, yeah. What conventions are all of you guys going to?
Sweet Apple AcreCon, which I hope Saber will go to, so I don't have to be there by myself. I know Matt's going to be there, and that's going to be the first time that I'm actually... Matt, as in DB Pony Matt. And that's going to be the first time I've actually ever met him in real life, even though I've known him for nearly... almost a decade now.
Wow, you've known him for that long?
No, not a decade. Let's see. Known him for, almost 8 years now, so...
what we need to do is we all just need to move into like the same little spot.
We do.
And then, then we'll just have conventions every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. GarageCon, I'm holding that.
GarageCon.
But yeah, my next convention that I'm for sure going to will be Fiesta Equestria. So for you Texans out there who will be going, I will be accommodated by my girlfriend who might be cosplaying for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. So that will be exciting. I've already been giving her tips, like, you know, don't wear a lot of clothing. You know, just my personal, like, things that I like in cosplayers. I'm in trouble now. I already see her glaring at me through her Skype window. But no, yeah, it'll be fun. That's going to be a different kind of convention for me, and that, like, that'll probably be my first one where I can really just kind of get with the flow. You know, I'll be at the hotel. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And she actually wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
She heard me say her name. She's like, huh? Nothing? Oh, she heard the part that I said I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Speaking of trouble.
Yeah?
What?
It was just like the premiere at ACRacebest. This also was an exclusive viewing here on Brony Breakdown, where you, the audience, are the only ones to watch this episode of Brony Breakdown. Yeah.
I probably should have asked if S-Split had the recording. So
I just noticed they had to press record. I thought it automatically do it. Damn it. At least he won't. At least Draft won't know that we showed paper penis on the live stream. There's a silver lining. A silver penis.
Right. How you got? See, you just don't want to document.
Now we got to do it all over again.
Hi guys, welcome to Brony Breakdown.
I am a great voice actor, and
Will you calm down?
I'm going to do the voice of Paleo and Saberspark. Here's my examples.
Hey, I'm Paleo.
Whoa. Hey, I'm Saberspark.
I'm having a three-way conversation with myself. That's right, I am having a three-way...
PG, please.
What?
This is a PG panel.
Well, since we didn't have this recorded, you want to go until midnight?
Hold on, I think I might be able to save this. Hold on. I'm checking up.
Is it so, like, to make up for the fact?
Hold on. Here's the weird thing is that... hold on. Where's the library? I'm in the live stream studio. The only thing that automatically saves the videos to the thing it doesn't.
No.
Well, damn it. Hold on, guys. Let me check this out. Because we might need to do a makeup episode later on this week. We can do one on Saberspark's basement. Hold on, guys. Shut up!
ACRacebest is OTP.
Oh, by the way, Saber, there was a movie I wanted to watch if you want to go to Saberspark's basement.
Wait, hold on.
Bit.
How come the sound won't work here on VLC? This is no sound.
Oh, so do you actually have it, like...
I think I have... No, well, this isn't it because this is a 3-minute long recording. But it won't play sound, though. There's no sound. And there's a watermark on it, too. What the heck? What the heck? Well, guys, I'm sorry. This is a bummer of the episode that we can't record it. That's my fault for not doing my research and being better prepared. Well, guys, you are the special people who had to watch this episode of Brony Breakdown. We'll make it up to you later. I need to do my...
I guess I'll just have to be on another one sometime.
You know what? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You are now on the next Brony Breakdown. All right, guys. Sorry about this mess up. We'll make it up to you. I messed up. I done goofed. We will talk to you all next time.
Wow, I'm really looking forward to the documentary now.
Oh, shit. I forgot to save the documentary. Never mind. It's broken. All right. Talk to y'all next time. See ya.
Bye.